Welcome to lesson 1. Now, for these first few lessons, we'll be going over the basics of harmonica technique and some fundamentals to get the lungs and mouth moving. Going to be covering a lot of ground today, so please feel free to pause, rewind, or jump sections if you lose track. Now, first off, what harmonica should I use? As you might know, harmonicas come in a vast array of shapes, sizes, and tunings. The most common harmonica used is the standard diatonic. Now, in short, this just means each note harmonizes with each other. That's why you can play several notes at a time and it sounds correct, nothing clashes. You can play 3, 4, or even 5-part harmony. Here, I've got a Hohner Special 20 in the key of C. Now, these are a couple steps above entry level, but the price isn't too outrageous. You can find them for around $70 in most music stores. With proper care, they can last between 2 to 4 years. Now, if that price is a bit steep, you can go for something cheaper, but in this early stage, it won't matter as much. It's only later when we start adding dynamics to our playing, that's when the difference becomes clear. But for now, as long as your harmonica's in working condition and in the key of C, then we can get started. Now, first off, how to hold the harmonica. Fairly simple. Make sure the numbers are facing upwards. As you might see on here, there'll be usually a little engraving of the numbers 1 to 10, left to right. So you want the lowest note to your left, the highest note to your right. Place the harmonica in your dominant hand, in this case my right. You want your thumb and index finger to run parallel along the comb of the harmonica, kind of like this. Should just nestle right in there, just like that. Next, you want to get your other hand and place it side by side like this, kind of like a book, if you'll see. Next thing to do, close it up like a book. Just like that, kind of like a clamshell. If you see, the idea is that we're trying to create a chamber of air behind the harmonica to sort of trap the sound. And then from there, we can manipulate it in a few different ways. Of course, if you're left-handed, same process, just reversed. In your dominant hand, other hand by the side, close it up. Once we have a hand position that's relatively airtight, we hold it like this. Little bit to the side. And the idea is that later we will be able to add dynamics through the trapping of that sound. We can get sounds like the wah or country vibrato, like or simple country vibrato, which is just a matter of moving your non-dominant hand. We won't worry about that for the time being. We'll just keep that chamber open. Make sure you're using both hands. That's the most important thing. This enables greater control over the harmonica movement, and it's just a good technique to drum in at the start. So, the main points we'll be looking at for this lesson are the breath and the body. Now, on to breath. Needless to say, when it comes to harmonica, breath control is one of the most important fundamentals to get right. Like with any wind instrument, your lungs will be getting a full workout, especially if this is your first time playing. Now, this is where good posture comes into play. Whether you're standing or sitting, you want to have a straight back. This will maximize your lung capacity. Given that you have your hands in front of you, there can also often be a tendency to hunch in order to get closer to the harmonica. But all this does is compress your diaphragm, limit the amount of air cycling through. So, keep your spine straight. Your hands come to you, not the other way around. Another thing to note is the position of your shoulders and your upper body. If you feel any tension in your shoulders, you want to keep all of that nice and loose and relaxed. Again, given the nature of the instrument, it's possible sometimes to be overcome with nerves and anxious tension. And like with bad posture, this tension will limit your lung capacity and in general just wear you out quicker. So, 3 main points. Hold with both hands, keep a straight posture, and relax your upper body and shoulders. This will ensure that those bellows will be pumping nice and smooth. For the next section of this lesson, we'll be looking at actually getting some breathing happening and doing some tongue accents. These 2 techniques will lay the foundation of basic airflow and rhythm. First off, as you see, the holes are labelled 1 to 10. This is the full range we'll be working with. For now, I just want you to breathe through the harmonica. Just breathe. Tongue and mouth, throat all relaxed, opened up, and breathe through the bottom half of the harmonica. So holes 1 to 5. Just slap your lips over all 5 holes. Don't be shy. Really pucker around it. You want to have your lips, they need to create a nice seal over the harmonica so that there's no air escaping out the sides. So really, just, if you can see, really get it in there. So really don't be shy, shove it right in there. If you just barely kiss the harmonica, it sounds quite wispy, quite airy, and your lips should be coming halfway up the metal plate. All the air should be going directly into those holes. So, firstly, just breathe in and out for as long as you can. First, in. Then out. And again. Now, this exercise is purely just to get the lungs working. Also, from now on, we'll be referring to an in-breath as a draw note and an out-breath as a blow. Draw, blow. Now, for the next step, let's look at tongue accenting. So, basically, you want to make the T sound, the ta, 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 ta. You should feel the tip of your tongue against your teeth and the roof of your mouth, and then try to do that through the harmonica. First on the draw, then the blow. You want to try and get 4 accents per breath. So, here's how it goes. You should really feel the accent, that hard consonant. Once you've got that, congratulations, you've now learned the basic techniques for rhythm playing. Now, I'll show you the first exercises to start practicing. Again, just playing a block chord, first 5 notes. We want 2 accents to the draw and then 2 accents to the blow. So, and so there'll be 8 counts in one cycle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we start building up a bit more speed, this 8-beat cycle will make a bit more sense. But for now, just 2 in, 2 out, repeat that over and over again. Get a good feel for that tongue accenting and your own breath. After you've gotten this sort of exercise nice and comfortable, you've got the bellows pumping, now we can add one extra step. Every second out breath, every second blow, we want to add 3 tongue accents instead of just 2. So I'll demonstrate this. You got to really nail that triple there. You could even just practice that for a while, just on the out breath. And then, if you can, incorporate that into the cycle. So, what this exercise hopes to achieve is to strengthen your sense of timing and syncopation. And hopefully, the more you practice, you'll gradually build up speed and fluidity. But, of course, if you just sit there blowing in and out over and over again, you might get bored. So, let's play along with some guitar. Alright, so, just very slow to begin with. Later down the track, we'll be building up a bit more speed, hopefully, with that. Yeah, the idea is that you'll be... And even later... For now, 2 in, 2 out, keep it nice and simple, build up speed as you feel comfortable, and that's really all you need to do at this point. So, to wrap up this lesson, we'll go back over the main points. Now, firstly, use the book method to hold the harmonica, both hands. This enables more movement. Straight posture, relax shoulders and upper body, keep those lungs nice and open. And then start practicing those basic rhythmic exercises. If you can set aside 10 to 15 minutes a day of practice, then you'll soon start getting more and more comfortable with the instrument and more attuned with a sense of timing and structure. Well, folks, that's all for our first lesson. Again, I encourage you to play with the backing track that I'll leave at the end of this video, because it'll make practicing a little less tedious. Now, good luck, and I'll see you all in the next one.